So are you searching for the perfect shoulder rest so that you can hold the violin comfortably? For me, I have been using, let me grab this shoulder rest, and I think we all know this. This is the Kun, collapsible shoulder rest that I've used since I started, because I just started, so I didn't know any better. So we tried a few different things. So we ended up with this because it was given to the when I purchased the violin, right? And so I did with holding the violin with this one for the longest time, like 3 years. And then it started to keep falling off from my violin. So I was like, okay, well, I switched. So I went to get, so I went to the violin store, and I asked, which one is the good, better than this one, shoulder rest. So I was recommended to try Everest. And yes, definitely it is a little more comfortable if I compare. Actually, like this part is a little bigger. You can actually see if I compare this, right? So you can see the size differences in terms of the foam pad. But here's the thing. So this one, yes, it did not fall off from my violin, but I still keep adjusting, and every single class that I have, every single time I practice, every single class I would try to hold it, and then I was like, oh, this is not the angle, and then I was like, okay, so how am I gonna fit this perfectly on my shoulder, right? And so I didn't really feel comfortable at all, and then I kept fiddling with it, at the back of my violin, and so I was like, okay, there must be something that should be more comfortable than this, right? So I ordered another one, which is actually the Wolf Secundo, and actually that one was actually super comfortable. I can tell you now that Wolf Secundo actually maybe the shoulder rest for me, because the way that when I put it on and I tried it, first of all, and I don't have the Secundo with me right now, but the Secundo, actually you can I could manipulate the shape of it, on the pad, and it also does have the ankle, the ankle with Kun, that you can actually adjust to different ankle that you want, that I wanted. But I still, after I try that, when I finished practicing, and I didn't practice long, I practiced about an hour, 2 hours, right? And then when I finished practicing, my around here, where the shoulder rest kind of landed, I felt a little sore. So I guess because I'm pressing my head, my shin, so too hard to grip the violin, and also my neck kind of hurt. And I was like, well, this is not great, because I think there must be something wrong, right? So I just started to fiddle with it. I fiddle with it, and then I figured out maybe I should try to, instead of looking for another shoulder rest, maybe I should change my chin rest. So I did some more research, and so basically, if you don't know, my violin came with this shape, center mount. This shape is actually, I later learned that it's called the Gunari model. And so I I was like, okay, fine, let's see what else is out there. And of course, I learned about okay, center mount, side mount, adjusted height. Those are super expensive, high end, at least $100 something, that you can adjust it accordingly. Or the wooden one that have different heights. So for example, this is the Tika chin rest, and I first I learned okay, so let's compare, and the differences is you know, so let's see if this is the same look, like see the differences. So this one, like when I went to, I contacted my my local violin shop asking whether they have any higher chin rests. They said, okay, they do have some models. So I went to try it on, and you know, changing it is super easy if you haven't done so. Basically there are screws. So like I haven't like, so here's the thing. I never changed a chin rest in my life. But when I went to the store, because of the pandemic right now, so basically the person just laid out 4 or 5 models of the chin rest with the chin, like with a key. It's called a key, right? So I was like, you know, this shouldn't be that difficult. So basically, and then she already left. Like she didn't even like, you know, she didn't show me how to do it. So that's fine. I figured it out. So basically, just put the key in. And actually, I have a, hold on one second. I have a key. So here's a key. And then if you don't have this one, it's fine. You can use you know, a clip, or you know, or maybe actually, hold on, let me try this. Maybe a pencil like this, I think. Let me see whether it will work. It might not, because it's too soft. Yeah, it's too soft. But like if you have like, you know, a pin or something like this. And I didn't, like, you know, sometimes you don't want to put it all the way through. I didn't put all the way through because if you notice, you would hit the violin, right? So just I put it only halfway, like on the side halfway, and then I turn, right? So like, you know, so just turn and then turn, like slowly, like you don't have to do it quickly, right? And then I tried a few things. I tried this, like this is my original. So I tried this one is a little higher, and I figured out, okay, so this one is about, it said 30 millimeters like in height. This one is about 24, I think. So if you don't need a lot of height, for example, I could also ask the shop to add more like corks at the feet to get it a little higher. But I think the highest that she told me that the shop could do for the violin is about like 5 millimeters, or like, I think, hold on, is it 5? Yeah, maybe 5 millimeters. So I mean, it will be a lot, but if you need a lot more, like what I want, you may need to get a higher chin rest. And so I tried this one on. This one was is side mounted, so that's why there's no curve. Like if it is a center mounted, it usually has this curved for the tailpiece to go through. So I tried this one on, and I put my face to it, and it felt so comfortable. So I ended up purchasing this one. And so like, but then again, you may ask, like, wait, I purchased that one, why is it outside? So I actually tried another one. So right now I actually held my violin without shoulder rest at all. So I ended up using just the chin rest and my collarbone. And that's another video that I'm gonna do about like how I learned how to hold the violin without shoulder rest. But here's the thing. Experiment with, if you feel like, okay, there's some like, discomfort in the way you're holding it, or like there's some strains on your neck or back, maybe instead of adjusting the shoulder rest, because the shoulder rest will keep, like, like you may think, like, I was thinking like, oh, maybe too too short, right? And then like if I adjust it, it would just keep pushing my violin up, like, up toward my face, right? And so like, there's no way that I can actually hold that. So I think, try to find the perfect fit between the shoulder rest and the chin rest. There's no perfect formula, because we also change over time. So for example, if I gain more weight or if I lose weight, you know, my facial changes, my like, you know, my chest may, like, you know, may change the size and whatnot. So you always have, like, I always have to play around with it, the same with everybody. So there's no perfect solution, and we just have to, like, you know, figure out different ways to play more comfortable. So right now, with, you know, with the changes on my chin rest and no shoulder rest, I actually practice, you know, more comfortably. There's no pain, there's no discomfort on my end, so it's great. So try it out and see what is the perfect combination. Everybody has different, like, preferences. So you know, as well, some people prefer center mounted. I prefer center mounted. Some people prefer side mounted. So you know, it also will impact the sound a little bit as well. But you know, you can try it out and see, and let me know what you think. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you'll find the perfect pair of shoulder rests and chin rests so that you can hold the violin comfortably and can practice more, like what I have. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. This is B and the Violin. Thank you.